Joining me now is Peter Shane, a law professor at Ohio State University, and he was a witness for the Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee hearings into Kavanaugh. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us. So we've been hearing from the undecided senators on the Brett Kavanaugh nomination throughout the day. They've said that they will back him on the Senate floor. What are your thoughts on what we've seen? Is Kavanaugh's confirmation all but certain now?
I think it is certain. I don't see any meaningful possibility that the next 24 hours will change anyone's mind.
And we know that the FBI conducted a supplemental background check into Kavanaugh. Now, obviously, the Democrats have said that there were flaws in this investigation, that it wasn't thorough enough. But we know that the Republicans and the president himself insist that he's been cleared of any wrongdoing. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's simply not true that he's been cleared of wrongdoing. The White House appears to have stage-managed and limited the scope of the investigation. And what's perhaps most troubling about the way in which this question is being framed is that this is not a criminal trial. Judge Kavanaugh is not being tried for the offense of attempted rape. He was interviewing for a lifetime position on the highest court in the United States. Whether or not wrongdoing occurred is not tested by a beyond a reasonable doubt standard in that setting. The question is just, is it still credible that he was in fact culpable for that act when he was a teenager? And I think the answer is clearly yes. He did not really refute what Dr. Ford had said. And the witnesses, the few witnesses who were allowed to be questioned by the White House apparently didn't really go to a number of the inconsistencies in Judge Kavanaugh's testimony or the weaknesses of his case. It's remarkable, for example, that no effort was made to talk further to Dr. Ford and determine, for example, if there could be more certainty about where the house was in which she believes she was attacked.
Indeed, these allegations have been denied. What are your concerns about his suitability to serve on the highest court in the United States?
Well, my concern, I would put this way. It doesn't come as a surprise, I think, to anyone that judges come to the Supreme Court or any court with a judicial philosophy behind them. It's not surprising that Republican presidents in recent years have, by and large, appointed judges and justices more conservative than liberal, and Democrats have done the opposite. But what Judge Kavanaugh has done has made this explicitly partisan in a way that's unprecedented. His remarks in defense of himself, where he alleged that this was a partisan conspiracy, funded on the left by friends of the Clintons in revenge, I suppose, for his participation in the Ken Starr investigation, is just unheard of for a judicial nominee. And and I think that's going to cast a cloud over every vote he casts in a case that has a political valence, an outcome that will favor Republicans more than Democrats.
Peter Shane, law professor at Ohio State University, thank you very much.